Multimin is an injectable trace mineral containing zinc, copper, selenium and manganese, and it's really designed to be used, yes, to correct deficiencies, but very much to top up animals ahead of periods of really high demand from a trace mineral perspective. So late pregnancy, when the fetus is growing, has high demand, through to calving, and then again when you're wanting that cow to cleanse and come back into estrus and to conceive. So the transition period would be the biggest stress point for our dairy cows.
It was so easy to use with the suckler cows because you're using just an injection. You're not having to bolus them and wrestle with them or anything like that. Very straightforward. Not only that we can do it, students can always do it as well, and it's safe for them and for us to do it with an injection. The condition of the cows since we've used it in the suckler cows has altered a lot. They look a lot better for it.
They are used to create the steroid hormones, so estrogen, progesterone, testosterone in males all need trace minerals to kind of create those steroid hormones, again, that's important for fertility. So what we're trying to do with Multimin is make sure that they have plenty of these minerals to meet that demand when they need it.
So we had a problem over last summer where a load of the sucklers were presenting with odd neurological signs. We came, treated, took some bloods, etc., and found they were deficient in both selenium and copper. The fact that you can get them all in, you can jab the ones, and everything you know that's been jabbed effectively has had the correct amount of mineral for what they need. For example, when they're inside here, they're on, forage that they analyse, and they'll know the mineral balance in that, and they're also on concentrate feeding. So actually that's probably not a period where they worry. It's when they go outside onto grass of unknown quality and the pastures that are unknown. I think that's the risk period. So for us, moving forwards, we'll just make sure that they're jabbed before they go out for next grazing season. Ultimately, they've not had any more clinical signs. So I think the initial problems that we saw were sort of, inappetence, wobbliness, some went down, we even lost one. We've had none of that since. And so, actually they've continued to grow, and the calves and certainly the sucklers have thrived since. For calves, I think it's important to worry about minerals over the stress period. So classically for them, it will be weaning, so going from milk onto concentrates. Anytime you're moving groups or mixing groups, those would be the key kind of times of stress, or any time that they would be sick. All those things will stress a calf, and depending on what they're being fed, obviously lots are on milk powder, so it's always important to consider that they've got adequate mineral provision, because that helps with immunity and the health and general well-being.
Farmers are facing lots of different costs from all angles, and Multimin is actually a way of increasing marginal gains and saving costs in the long run, because there's several areas where giving the extra trace minerals at certain times of the production year actually does help to increase the effectiveness of certain treatments they're giving. We have studies to show that there is a 9% more conception rates to dams that have had Multimin in the cycle. At times of transition, we also have studies to show that it decreases the incidence of mastitis.
Boluses are quite expensive, and the amount of boluses that we have to buy for everything, and how many times we have to give them a bolus, I think as simple as an injection, I think it has been financial. And of course you're not losing stock as well. And obviously when you lose stock, it's quite a lot of money when you lose one. So yes, I do think it is quite a good investment, really.